welcome to MJ Vlogs, and it's me, Jada, here again by myself. But before I even get into the topic of this video, I need you guys to do me a favor. Do us a favor. Go like, share, comment, and subscribe. And please, 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 please turn on your post notification bells so you can be part of the family and be notified whenever we post a video. Like, don't y'all want to know? Like, do it. Okay, so today, y'all, is a video about how me and Emmett met. My side of the story. I'll tell him to make a video or have him or request for him to make a video on his side of how we met. But for now, you guys get my side and let's just hope you're happy with that. It's not much different. I'm pretty sure he's going to give the same responses. But, okay, so me and Emmett are both from the same town, Thomasville, North Carolina. We've been in school together with each other since kindergarten. Now, this may sound bad, but I literally do not remember him. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't remember him. I knew of him. Like, I knew his name, I knew his family, but I didn't know him, and I don't remember. Like, my memory can't go back to remembering him in, like, elementary or primary. Like, I just can't remember. And even when I tell him this, he's like, really, you can't remember me? So yeah, he just be yapping. But I don't remember him. We even had 4th grade class together, and I think that's what really is like mind-boggling, is because we had class together, and since you don't remember him, like, I don't remember him. And he claims to this day, y'all, he claims that we sat right beside each other in Miss Wood's class. I'm like, boom, baby, I don't remember you. So and even when I tell his mom this, she just laughs because she was like, yeah, y'all was in the same class. And it's correct, because when I look in your book, he's in my class, and I just don't remember him. And it's crazy to me why I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember him. But we've been in the same town, same school, apparently same class before. When I started recognizing him and remembering him was when we hit middle school, 7th grade. I see him around. We used to play this thing. We used to have these things called intramurals, where basically it's like sports for like, instead of recess, we had intramurals, which is basically like sports like kickball, softball, baseball, volleyball, like things like that. We'll have those to keep us active during recess time. And they're just like mini sports that you play against other classrooms. So I remember him from like playing intramurals and stuff like that, but yet I had still never had a conversation with him. Like, and it's crazy because I knew his mama and my dad has worked together for years. And my dad actually knew his mom when she was little. So that's how I knew his mom. I knew his grandma, and I knew of his granddaddy, but I really knew his mom and his grandma. So yeah, at this point, 7th grade, I still hadn't had like a conversation, because me in school, if anybody knows me, I didn't really talk a lot because I'm just not a talkative person to people I don't know. And I'm not a person that will sit here and just walk over to somebody and be like, hey, well, I wasn't a person that would sit up and walk over to somebody and was like, hey, how you doing? You want to talk? Like, that was never me. I was never an outgoing type person. I'm outgoing, but I never put myself out there to talk to people. So I believe that's why we never had a conversation. Let's skip past all of that. I didn't remember him, didn't have a conversation with him until high school. So freshman, sophomore year, like, I did not see him at school at all. But okay, no, I'm lying. Freshman and sophomore year of high school, I still hadn't had a conversation with him, but I knew him because he was a drummer on our drum line at school. So I knew him from like seeing him at the games and things like that. We ended up having class together junior year of high school. We had this teacher named Miss Fortner, and this was physical science, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was physical science. Never mind, let me go back. Him and my sister did not take biology for some reason in high school. You know, you're supposed to take that in 10th grade. So she never took it. I don't know how. So her senior year, she had to take biology with a whole bunch of sophomores. So she ended up being in the class with Emmett. Her and Emmett ended up getting close. Like, they was brother and sister close or whatever. And she used to say things like, Jada, you know, I have class with Emmett. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know Emmett. You know, he played on the drum line, da-da-da. I didn't really know him, so I just was like, okay, cool, who else you have class with? And then she was just naming random people from my class that she had class with and things like that. Sorry, I'm high a little bit. I gotta let this down a little bit. She would just name like random people who she had class with, and they were my classmates for the class of 2016. Because like I said, when you're a sophomore, you're taking classes. You're taking the biology class in the 10th grade. So she would just tell me, yeah, girl, me and Emmett was cutting up today with this girl named Kelsey, and she was just naming people like Kelsey. I love her. She's so cool. Just, you know, telling me about her day or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, Emmett, oh, he cool? Okay. You know, just not paying any attention. And I'm guessing because now looking back on things, Emmett has had his eye on me in high school, but he was not using my sister, but my sister was a leeway to me, basically. So, you know, they got out of that class. The year was over with, nothing major. I end up going back to Miss Fortner class. So we end up having Miss Fortner class together. And I thought it was just weird that you just had class with my sister last year. Now you have class with me. So I'm telling her, hey, I'm going home and be like, hey, Trina, I have class with Emmett. Like, you had class with him last year. And I used to tell her, I used to be like, him and his boy Orlando was like one of my best friends in high school. Like, I love him dearly. Orlando used to bother me so bad. Like, not bother me, but like, you know, playing pick and stuff like that all the time. So I guess Emmett was like, since he's close to Orlando, he started doing the same thing. So he would just like come up to me and like be like, you know, just joking, like saying jokes and stuff. And at this time, I'm just like, who is he? Who is this dude? Like, why is he talking to me? I don't know him. And that was my reaction to a lot of guys in high school, because most guys in high school are on the same thing. They only want one thing, and baby, I wasn't, and I ain't giving it to them. So and then they was just childish, and I grew up with most of these guys, so I didn't look at them as like boyfriend material or anything like that. So yeah, Emmett was just like, he was a really cool guy. He was a really cool guy. So I end up stopped being like to him, and I was just like, okay, cool. So he had asked for my Snapchat, but in high school I didn't have a Snapchat until I graduated high school. So I was just like, just take my number and add me on Facebook. Cool. He added me on Facebook, and I gave him my number. He would just text me. Like, Emmett is really sweet. Like, even since that, he is so sweet. He will give you anything. So he would just text me sometimes. So like, when I'm having a bad day in school, he'll just text me, be like, hey, are you okay? And I ended up friend zoning him. Well, low-key, he kind of ended up friend zoning himself, and our brother zoned him, if that makes sense. So basically, he was like, we was having a conversation one day. I can't remember the exact conversation. And I was like, I can't remember what I said. But anyway, we got on the topic of being friends. And he was like, yeah, I'm like your best friend, right? And I was just like, yeah, you're my best friend. Because honestly, me and him did get close. We got really close because we talked like almost every night. Or we like text throughout the day. But I would just never hang out with him because I knew how that could progress. And I did not want to go there with him because I did not see him in that way. And I seen his mom as my mom. So I already knew in the back of my mind that he liked me and that he wanted things to progress. But I just didn't want it to progress until anything farther. So, yeah, so one day he texted me and he like kind of tried to shoot his shot. And I was like, I can't remember. I wish I had my old phone so I could like read these text messages to you guys. Like, not read them to you guys, but like read some of the things. But he tried to like shoot his shot, and I was just like, well, I don't really see you that way. You're like a brother to me. And I could tell that it kind of crushed him, and I felt so bad because he was just like, okay, well, we're still cool. You're still my best friend, and I still love you. So I'm like, okay, I love you too, best friend. Like, you know. And after that, I feel like most women do this. Like, once a guy expresses himself to you and he tells you that he has feelings, you start calling him friend. Just to let him know that we're strictly friends. Nothing more. We're strictly friends. So I was doing that. Like, every time he'll text me or I'll text him, I'm like, hey, best friend, what you doing? Like, you know, just making sure that he know we just friends. That's like, that was my whole intake and things on that. But he tried to shoot his shot multiple times throughout that year, and I just kept shooting him down. And like, I'll say to this day, it wasn't him, it was me. Literally, I know that sounds cliche, but it was literally me. I was not ready. And he wasn't the only guy that I was shooting down. I was shooting down other guys too, because I was dealing with things. I was dealing with like depression. I was dealing with anxiety. I was dealing with low self-esteem. So I knew that my relationship with whoever would not work because I was dealing with those things, and I was dealing with those things, and that it would mess up my relationship if I did not get it together. And that's that. So going to 12th grade year, he really was like, oh yeah, she gonna be mine. Like, she really gonna be mine. So he was just more push, like, he not pushy, but he was just making himself known that you gonna be my wife. You gonna be my wife. Because he used to say things like, how do you want your husband to be? Where do you want to go to college at? And I would just name things. And like, say for instance, my career back then, I wanted to be a physical therapist. I remember this conversation. I was like, yeah, I want to be a physical therapist. He was like, yeah. I was thinking about the same thing, because I kept saying that I want my husband to be in the same career field. So anything I would say, that he would say that that's what he wanted, because that's what I wanted. And he wanted me to notice him, and I feel so bad now because I noticed him, and I want him to know that I noticed him, but I wasn't prepared for him, if that makes sense. So yeah, and everybody kept saying things like, his best friend / brother Isaac used to be like, yo bae, out in the hallway, or he used to be like, I'm gonna tell your bae. I'm like, who my bae? And he'd be like, nothing, never mind, or just make little jokes like that, or like, y'all would be cute together. And I'll never forget that he tagged us in a post saying that we look cute together or whatever, but I was just not with it. So fast forwarding to now, well, no, not fast forwarding now. So freshman year of college, he ended up dating some other girl who shall remain nameless because she tried me. But as being a female that I am, and knowing how like being done wrong before, I stepped back from being his best friend, and I was never contacting him. Like, we lost contact for a whole year and a half, because out of respect for his girlfriend, I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to steal their man, because the last thing I want is your man, baby. So I stopped talking to him due to that. Sorry, I got something on my nail. I stopped talking to him due to that. So and I hope she's watching this, because if I wanted him, all I had to do was hit him up like, hey, I want you, or you want to get in a relationship, and trust me, he would have got in there. Like, I'm just saying that. But yeah, we lost contact for a whole year due to his girlfriend, and he could talk about that. I'm not talking on their relationship or whatever, but we lost contact because of that. And I did it out of respect for another female, because I know how it is to have a have interference going on, things like that. So that's why I stopped talking to him. And his mom, I used to see his mom go around the store and they be like, have you talked to Emmett? Or, you know, they be like, hey, how you doing? And I used to ask about Emmett and they be like, oh, he's good. You know, y'all haven't talked? And I'll be like, no, we haven't, you know, just been busy, etc., etc. But fast forwarding to my junior year in college, I had well, Emmett had contacted me because he knew my birthday was coming up, April 16, 1988. He knew my birthday was coming up, so he contacted me. During this time I was talking to somebody. So mind you, my mom and my sister been foreshadowing this. They've been like, oh, you and Emmett gonna be married, y'all gonna get together, you may not like him now, da 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 da. Even my best friend, y'all, used to be like, Jada, they ain't say working out with you and this guy because you're supposed to be with Emmett. Or Jada, why don't you think about Emmett? Like, what about Emmett? Or she, even if she never said anything like, be with Emmett, she used to be like, yeah, well, Emmett, da 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 da. And I would just be like, oh, here we go with this. And I just felt like for a long time that nobody had my back on these things because, hey, y'all pushing for him, but y'all not looking at me and seeing what I'm hurting and dealing with. But long story, but to sum all that up, I'm glad they did push. But anyway, during this time when he contacted me, I was talking to this guy. I was talking to this guy. He was my friend's brother. Well, my ex-friend. She ain't my friend no more. He was my friend. He was my friend's brother. And, you know, kind of found out, just to cut that little snippet short, he was a liar. He had a girlfriend the whole time he was talking to me, but I wasn't mad because I didn't develop feelings for him. I was just mad because I felt like it was disrespectful to me and that female that you're lying like this and pushing up to other females. So Emmett had already knew that I was talking to somebody and he was just waiting for me to tell him. So I didn't tell him because I felt like we don't really talk anyway, so what's the point of me telling you? Like, we're supposed to be best friends and I don't know anything about you, so why should you know anything about me? So I got lost, y'all. Anyway, so I had got on the phone with him on the 14th, 2 days before my birthday. Yeah, I had got on the phone with him on the 14th, 2 days before my birthday. And he was like, on your birthday, I'm gonna surprise you with something. And I'm like, okay, best friend, like, what you gonna surprise me with? Thinking he gonna send me like some money on Cash App. Maybe he gonna send me a present or something. And he was like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna send you something. So I'm like, okay, cool. So the 15th rolled around and we still talking and things like that. We're talking like just catch up on life, and he was like, well, it's your birthday. He literally stayed on the phone with me, y'all, until it was like 9, maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock that night, until 12 o'clock on the dot, y'all. And he literally legit was the first person, not even my mama, not my dad, he was the first person to tell me happy birthday. And now it warms my heart thinking about it because he literally stayed up, and he was so sleepy, y'all. He literally stayed up just to say just tell me happy birthday. So I'm like, oh. Like, now I think about it, it like warms my heart because that showed me that he actually cared. And so I found out the information that I found out about my friend's brother the date of my birthday. I lied. No, I didn't. I found out 4 days after my birthday. It was the 20th. And for 2 days straight, I was like so sad and down or whatever. So T came back from being with her boyfriend at the time. You know, she like basically helped me through that little process. And my friend, which was the guy's sister, basically I was talking to her and she was like, well, I don't want anything to like do with you know, like the confusion you two got going on, because I told y'all from the beginning that if anything happens, that I don't want to be in the mix because you're my friend and he's my brother. And I'm like, okay, cool, you know. And I had already told her, I was like, if anything happened, it has nothing to do with you because it's not you. Well, Emmett had texting me or whatever, because he was just new. Like, we was talking consistently every day, like catching up on life or whatever. And he knew, I guess he sensed that something was wrong, and he was trying to get in contact with me that day. I was not answering or nothing. But on the 23rd, April 23rd of 2018, I contacted him, and I was basically saying, like, this summer I want to give us a try. And gave us a try, and now we're in a relationship. So that basically, like, summed up I'm trying to see if I could find okay, y'all, so I'm in August right now of 2018. So let me see if I can go back to April. This is my old phone, but I was saying about my old phone earlier, like, I'm talking about high school old phone. Oh, I'm tripping. Let's see if I can type the date in. Y'all, it won't let me be great. Anyway, y'all, but I had sent him that message, and I was saying I want to give us a try, and he literally replied back and said, okay. So I didn't reply back, so I'm like, okay, cool. But we ended up talking about it that day, and we're in a relationship now. So that's how we met, guys. That's basically our little timeline from my side of the story. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bells.